Hello? Hello. Good evening. Good morning. Good day, etc. Hello. How's it going?
You first. You first, then attack.
Nana, are you there?
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was you first, though.
No, I tagged you.
Oh, no, sorry. It's all right. My wife is off hiking and doing outdoorsy things. It's been like almost a week, and
Oh,
I have
wow.
devolved into full goblin territory.
Oh, wow.
But she knows this is what she has to look forward to coming back to.
Oh, full goblin mode wife. Nice.
It's
Yeah,
allowed.
she's like, oh my. Anyway, no, she's off hiking and doing things. I've just been really busy at work, and I went to a little barbecue yesterday with two young gendery women who are lesbians, and I'm just like,
Ooh.
I actually one of them. I thought she was younger than she looks great, good for her. But I thought she was like in her late 20s, and she's 35. I'm like, girl, really? They them 35? Please get a fucking grip.
They, them 35.
You they theming at 35. She heard her the whole time. I don't give a fuck. I don't do that.
Nice.
No one. I'm like, call me out then. Call me out. No one does because they know who I'm talking about. When I say, oh, can you hand her those chopsticks? No one's
Yes,
confused.
Queen, I know what a woman is.
You're like, oh yeah,
She didn't.
and they hand her the chopsticks, and it's fucking fine.
Was it
Nobody
she
died.
heard her, or did you she hurt her?
Oh,
Gendering is
my God.
how was she hurt by
Stop
She
it.
hurt people. She hurt people.
Oh, my God.
realize. Makes you
Whoa.
think.
Oh my God. How can mirrors
Oh
be real
my
if our
God.
eyes aren't real?
She believed he lied.
Stop.
You know.
Oh,
God.
Rusty,
Okay,
how's
anyway.
it going for
I can
you?
complain more about that later.
Oh.
So skip forward.
It's going. Our
Yeah.
bed broke.
Oh.
Ayo.
It wasn't even in the fun way.
Oh.
It just because it was like we bought a king mattress about a year and a half ago, and we just got like the cheapest bed frame, like a really like industrial looking metal bed frame, and where we've moved the humidity is so high, so it just fucking rusted in the middle, just like bowed out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we went to IKEA yesterday. It was like an hour and a half drive. So I was like laying flat in the car seat with my back and stuff. But the bed frame we looked at online, it was like the first thing we saw when we came into the IKEA. So we had to like walk through the rest of it. But it was like, oh, okay, there it is. So it's on its way. So I'm just kind of flat from all the driving and yeah, the broken bed and not even in the fun way.
Oh, man.
I am so disappointed.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Queen. I'll try with I'm going to try and not break the next
Oh,
one
yeah, don't
because I'm
break it.
paying for it.
You just got it, yeah.
Hi to everybody in the chat. There's 35 people here already. Hi, welcome. There's so many wonderful people that we know and love in the chat. Lee, that is very generous. Thank you so much. And to any newcomers or lurkers, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So let me see. We're going to talk about some pop girly bullshittery.
Yeah.
That's been going on. Nothing like a little celebrity gossip sesh.
About people we barely know who they are.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
We know the important things. Lesbophobia has happened.
Exactly. We're here to report on it. Nothing else.
And there's a 30-something with a 30-something they, them, and out. So, you know, that's what we... I don't know how old Lorde is.
30-something woman is now identifying as a they, them. Dear God.
Yeah.
She still wore a skirt and like a boob tube top to the rich people thing. I forget what it's called. The
Met Gala.
There you go. That was
So
you
we're gonna start with Jojo Siwa. So basically, actually, I might cover it in this article here. She was in
course
the
it's
celebrity. Yeah, well, that yeah, they give us the goods.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jojo Siwa was in the Celebrity Big Brother show in the UK and met a man there
Mm-hmm.
and decided now she's not a lesbian anymore.
Yeah, as many bisexual women do.
Keep it classy, bisexual women. Sorry,
Yeah.
but Jesus Christ.
It took 26 days. That's how long they were in the house.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so let's dive into Jojo Siwa explains why she no longer identifies as a lesbian.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think it was no longer identifies the L. Yeah, she said, fuck the L, I'm going to the... It's not so much gentle identifying, it's just
Yeah.
flagrant homophobia.
Yeah.
And male fawning.
Yes,
Yep.
and the man is 10 years older than her.
10 years
But-
older, gotta love that.
Let's dive in. So, Jojo Siwa is still discovering more about her gender and sexuality 4 years after initially coming out, saying that she no longer identifies as lesbian on a recent episode of Celebrity Big Brother UK. On Tuesdays, so this is
Daddy Beard, is that really his fucking name? Sorry.
I have no idea.
That sounds like a name I would make up for a guy.
I thought you said Daddy Beard for a second. I was just like, no.
Ew. Ew. No,
This is
Danny.
almost just as bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit old. Like the show is over, so they don't just mean this past Tuesday. I think it was the one before. But anyway,
Yeah.
Siwa and housemate Danny Beard discussed identity and sexuality and ongoing conversation throughout their time on the show. The pair were chatting after a triple elimination. I've always told myself I'm a lesbian, the former Dance Mom star said to Beard, winner of Drag Race UK, who identifies as queer. I think being here, I realized, oh, I'm not a lesbian, I'm queer. You are, Beard replied. And
You
I
should
think
have been
that's really
killed.
cool. I'm switching letters. Fuck the L. I'm going to the Q.
That's what I love about sexuality. Ma'am, you are bisexual at most.
Well, and
Yeah.
the thing is like, I frankly don't care if she is bisexual, right? Like,
No. It's the fact that she spent so long calling herself a lesbian and capitalizing, I'm making gay pop and the
she
I'm
said
such
she
a lesbian.
invented gay pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not just making it, she invented it and then she made it. So
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
But also like, I have respect for women who are like, oh, you know what? Like, I'm not a lesbian. I'm not going to use that word anymore. That, I respect that.
Yeah, it's
And I
certainly
would-
better than her continuing to insist, no, I'm a lesbian who likes men. Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. But you don't have to be like, fuck lesbian. It's like, man,
Right.
seriously,
Yeah.
what did we do to you? We
Had
didn't do
she just
shit.
been like, hey, like, I am actually not a lesbian, I'm
Mhm.
queer, that's fine. But being like, fuck the L, like, whoa, that's what the problem is.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when
That's what feels
Siwa,
about bisexuality. I don't know why people are. This is so confusing for people. It's just like, that's great. Being bisexual is fluid experience. Great for you. The
yeah.
end.
Well,
It's
and the
not
thing
about
too
me.
is during this, one of the other house guests was Mickey Rourke, who was severely harassing JoJo. Like this was
I did hear about
early
that.
on, and he was saying like he could turn her and stuff, and he actually got
Yeah.
removed from the house for being predatory to her. And then like
Good.
2 weeks later, she's like, "Oh, actually, I'm not even a lesbian anyway." It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, way to give credence to everything he fucking said. Like, obviously, I don't
Mm.
believe in turning, but it's just like
Yeah.
doing this. Like, that's the other harm of this. Is just like you made a big fucking song and dance about being a lesbian, and then you come out with a fucking boyfriend or whatever the shit after 20 days of knowing him or whatever the hell. And it's just like, yeah, you're every fucking stereotype that homophobes love. Thanks.
Mhm.
Thanks for that. And not even that, you're being inflammatory about it too. Like, fuck you. Here I was like, I was feeling bad. People were like dogging on her for her like weird, I don't know, dark persona or whatever. And I was like, geez,
Yeah.
let a young lesbian be cringe or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm
he could've
all for
been-
her being cringe.
Yeah, I was
let's
fine
be
with
fair.
the cringe. I was like,
Yeah.
"Aw, she's
I
like
support the
young
cringe.
20s. That's fine." And then she was like, "Fuck the L," and I was like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah. So when Siwa, who uses any pronouns,
No, I'm not doing
I'm
that.
sure she does.
For sure.
Right.
That's nice, honey.
Um,
Whatever.
she declined to name a specific label. Later, when asked about it during Instagram Live, she said, "I've thought about this, but the reason I'm not going to say this answer is because I don't really know this answer." And that's fine. That was 4 years ago. She was like 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then within a few months, they began to identify
Yeah.
as pansexual, but more recently, she publicly identified as a lesbian. So on Big Brother, who has previously dubbed herself the CEO of gay pop, has been opening
how's
up
that
about
feel?
their journey.
Probably like she didn't say lesbian pop because, gay is an umbrella term. So she probably still going to say that she's not going to see any dissonance of her saying like she's the CEO of gay pop because it's umbrella.
Yeah. So in an emotional scene, Siwa described her gender journey as confusing and said that while non-binary people are those who I feel the most like, she wasn't yet ready to apply the label to themselves.
Sounds like such a
She
stupid
wasn't ready
sentence.
to apply the
like,
label to themselves. Jesus fucking
know.
Christ! Like this is seriously like
sounds-
destroying the English language.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Okay, but also it should be noted that whilst she was a contestant on this show, she was in a committed long-term relationship with a woman who
woman.
identifies as non-binary, but
But a
nonetheless a woman. And so like I just like imagine being that woman and like watching this show and watching your girlfriend on the other side of the world on TV, like cuddling
Yeah.
up with a dude.
It's like, hey babe, did you see the episode? By the way, got some news. Like,
well,
fucking
I wonder.
disrespectful as shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So in the third episode of the show, Mickey Rourke directed homophobic language at her, along with what had appeared to be a joke about corrective rape. And then he was removed from the house. So that's all there is really about JoJo on this article specifically. But I want to mention that when the show wrapped, like the show ends, the house guests leave the house and immediately like go into the after party, like the wrap party. And JoJo exited the house, entered the wrap party, and immediately broke up with her girlfriend who was there waiting for her.
Oh my god.
Immediately.
So she's like flown internationally to come see her.
Yep, for the wrap party.
Yeah, that's just so like I would be so heartbroken. Fucking hell. That's so fucking horrible.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But,
then
like,
her
ugh.
girlfriend has since spoken out saying like how devastating watching the show was because
Yeah.
the dog I'm watching. Oh no.
It's
Let
cute.
her
Let it
speak.
continue.
Let her speak.
Let her squeak.
Yeah, let her squeak.
Squeak queen.
But yeah, so the girlfriend had said it was like, oh no, this dog is not gonna let up. Oh.
It's fine. I like it. It really adds clownishness that is much appropriate to the topic.
Much needed levity.
Just imagine we're wearing like little rainbow
Ooh.
afro wigs with like the squeaky noses. Exactly.
Okay.
The girlfriend made a video where she implied that JoJo was in the arms of the bloke an hour after she broke up with. Yeah, stay classy.
Oh, for
stay
sure.
fucking classy.
Yeah.
For sure she was though. Yeah.
And so like just a couple days ago, maybe 2 days ago, JoJo had a show in Mexico. And the guy from the show, Chris, flew from the UK to be there. And they they haven't said anything, but on Instagram, both of them have made no mistake about what is
like
going
the hand
on
a thigh picture thing. Yeah.
Like they're all snuggled up or whatever on all the pictures. Yeah, like
yeah, extremely. And then just today, I think in Mexico, there was a picture somebody took of them in the pool at the resort.
Oh, good.
Smooching.
Yeah.
And
I'm just gonna
10 years
call it
older
now.
than
When
her.
ew. I'm gonna call it. I'm just waiting for her to start wearing like heavily feminine makeup and skimpy clothes again.
Thank
Yeah.
you for saying this,
Um,
Rusty, because she also has been publicly calling herself Joelle now. That's her real
Uh-huh.
name.
Yep.
She's like no longer Jojo.
Jojo.
She's Joelle.
Yep. She's
Wow.
gonna go full feminine for him, like
Yeah.
every pathetic man fawning woman.
Yeah, but also like she just turned 22 this week.
Yeah, what the fuck is this creep doing with her also? Like, he's definitely
Like,
taking
she
advantage
was
of the situation.
She was 21 in the house and he was 32.
Yeah, he should be executed, obviously. Like just
ugh.
shot.
Oh yeah, but that just goes for most men.
Yeah, I honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, justice for Jojo's ex-girlfriend, honestly. Hope she's doing
No.
okay.
Seriously. I want to have a chat with that girl. Or that
Yeah,
they,
honestly.
them. Whatever.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
them.
With that they, them.
But like
But still.
imagine flying to the other side of the world to like welcome your girlfriend out of this crazy experience. She was just locked in a house for a month. And then she comes out and immediately breaks up with you
this
at the party.
For a man.
Yeah,
Jesus
for a man.
Christ.
Couldn't even be fun lesbian drama where it was like she got with another woman or something. Like, that'd still be fucked up, obviously. But there is a particular type of hurt of like that I feel like only lesbians know of, like a woman leaving you for a man.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, Drew says, I'm 28 and I can't imagine dating a 21-year-old. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm
Same,
29
seriously.
and I have no interest in dating children.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
like it's crazy. Ugh, men.
25 and 35 is very
Huge.
different.
It's
It's very
extremely
different. I'm
different.
38.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
just
be
like
37 this summer.
25? No.
I could not
Sorry.
imagine. And like at 25, like you are like you're into adult territory now for sure. But even
But you're
so,
just
like
barely kind of entering it though.
oh, for sure. No,
It's
I
your
Just
definitely
brain's
becoming
agree.
like
just
a real
finished.
adult.
Your brain just finished microwave. Like, it's gone ding and then he's like pounced or whatever. But it's just like, that's the thing. Men aren't looking for an intellectual or emotionally intelligent equal. They're looking for a easy fuck.
Mhm.
So, you know, and she's,
Yeah.
you know, got all this baggage, just like, you know, because she was a child star basically,
Yes.
wasn't she? So, you know, I'm sure it's not hard to sound alluring to her of, you know, like, oh, you know, be the shoulder to cry on with all whatever baggage has come with being a child star. So
Mhm.
very easy pickings for a moid. So yeah, definitely take the shot, ladies. Get him out of the picture, and then I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate, and I had to unfollow her on Instagram because I just don't.
Totally understandable. Yeah,
no.
disrespect upon disrespect upon disrespect. It's
Mhm.
whew.
Should we get into Lorde?
Oh Lord.
Oh lordy.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Let it be known, I barely know who this is. She's a singer, am I correct?
Yeah, she's from New
She
Zealand.
did. I remember when she did the Royals song, and it was really good. And I remember, and that was like a decade ago. Fuck. And I remember when she came out with her new album, like it was like a crotch shot. It was like the camera was between her legs, and she was walking over it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I know that one.
Yeah, and it was
I saw
like,
that.
why am I seeing your whole asshole, ma'am? I know you for one song. I don't know you that well. Whose decision
No,
was
I know
this?
her
And yeah.
biblically. I don't know who she is. I know her in the biblical sense.
Oh, goodness.
Let it out, Joan. But yeah, so recently Lorde said in an interview with Rolling Stone, I'm a woman except for the days when I'm a man.
Is this? Yeah, I think this is
How-
about
hold
her
on,
like
I'm Googling
trying on
how
a
old.
pair of. She's like tried
How
on a
old
pair
is
of men's jeans and then didn't even buy them, and she was like, "I think I'm a man."
She's 28. Okay.
Oh, she's
well,
younger than me. Fuck. Shit.
I thought she was older than that.
Woman.
But like, okay, so she told Rolling Stone she once visualized herself in men's jeans wearing only a gold chain and duct tape on her chest. That's how you know
Okay.
you're a man,
Is
actually.
man when you imagine yourself wearing
That's like the
pants?
first. They tell you about this in like sex ed class, and like you know,
In
boy,
gender
you're gonna have
school?
like wet dreams, and you're gonna imagine yourself in men's jeans
Gender
and with tape
school.
over your chest.
In gender school? In gender academy?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Like you're a man none of the days. Oh yeah, Joan says the last few months I've seen Gendies looking at her makeup free and comfy clothes and going, "Oh my god, is he transitioning?"
I've seen that too. It's so
Well,
disturbing.
she, maybe. So let's see. So while speaking to Rolling Stone for a cover story Wednesday, New Zealand singer Lorde continued to open up about her ongoing gender journey. While discussing her use of MDMA and psilocybin therapy to address her debilitating stage fright, Lorde said that her relationship with her own body changed and that she experienced something she called the ooze, or the act of letting herself take up more space in everything she does. So you have to be a man to take up more space.
Obviously,
Yeah.
women don't like. We love
Women
being
don't
crushed
do
into
that.
little tiny spaces. Women love being confined. That's like
Peak woman behavior, yeah. Women love stage fright and
Yeah.
being terrified of what strangers will do to her and stuff. But if you do, otherwise that's man behavior. That's man brain. Wow.
Yeah. Saltine says, "This is so annoying. I'm a butch lesbian, and the only women's clothes I own are my sports bras. How would these people classify me then? You are assigned man."
Yeah, it's like I literally only own men's clothes. I don't even wear bras. I guess I'm like, sorry, Salty, I'm even more fella than you. Like, so dumb. Shrooms to trans awakening filing, not this.
No.
Arugula, she started manspreading.
Life-changing
Yeah.
man spreading moment.
So my gender got way more expansive when I gave my body more room.
How do people not realize how aggressive
Look at her
this
in the
is when they say this shit?
skin-tight fucking skirt she's in at the Met Gala or whatever. Like, okay.
It's giving man.
Yeah, yep.
Moonlight Sprite. So many female celebs go through this kind of thing. I think partially because they're tired of being sexualized and they think they can escape it by doing this.
Yeah, it's just so.
Oh,
just
22
so-
girl. I thought she was going to turn out to be a turf, to be honest. Pour one out for the loss of Lorde, I suppose. Okay, so that feeling is reflected in the lyrics of her upcoming album, Virgin, due out in June. According to the article, the opening track contains the lines, "Some days I'm a woman, some days I'm a man." Whoops.
Revolutionary.
Though Lorde did talk about her relationship with her body in terms of her gender identity and how the euphoria from taking MDMA and psilocybin allowed her to free her body and mind, she was still, per Rolling Stone, stuck in a cycle of self-loathing that included
Yeah, it's almost like it's not the answer. You're just trying to put a rug over the actual issue, and the rug says gender on it. You know,
right?
Yeah.
So
Almost
yes,
as if
who could have thought?
can't
Eating
identify
disorder.
out of oppression.
almost.
Like, also, like eating disorder. How fucking common
Right.
that you know, like there's like a eating disorder to like TIF pipeline. It happens very often. A lot
Yeah,
of wanting to remove the breast is to like be more slim and flat shaped
Wayfish.
or whatever. Yeah, wayfish.
Right. As she says here, including the ways in which it intersected with her experience of her body and her gender. She alluded to these issues in the Girls So Confusing remix with Charlie XCX. Although she discussed her changing and expanding gender, she did not give Rolling Stone a label to describe it, perhaps for reasons she shared with Chapel Roan when the two discussed her gender identity.
Oh, don't be talking to her about it. Don't even separate them.
Chapel Roan
Gods.
was like, "So are you non-binary now?" Lorde said. And I was like, "I'm a woman, except for the days when I'm a man." I know that's not a very satisfying answer, but there's a part of me that is really resistant to boxing it up, she added. Like, okay, is that confusion or is it just like I can capitalize it if I'm not, or I can capitalize on it if I'm not specific.
Or it's like, do I want to commit to the bit this much, or do I kind of just want to be a woman?
Yeah, also because like if you like non-binary is definitely going out of fashion, so she's kind of like, ooh, I don't know if I should really jump on this branding wise.
Yeah,
because that might look bad in a few years, and then like you have to pull like a Demi Lovato where you're just like, never mind, whatever. This is stupid.
I forgot about that.
Right, yeah, you have to pull that. That's embarrassing.
I loved how many people with the Demi Lovato thing would be like, she goes by they, them.
Her pronouns are they, them.
Yeah, it made me laugh every time.
I just called her Demi Lovato, which made me laugh.
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato. No, but like, I think that's mostly it. She's like, no, because people are thinking like teenagers are making fun of this shit now, so I can't say that. But I want to make sure people know that I think I'm a person and not just a sex object. Like they should know that I'm a person. So yeah. And then once the shit gets lame, I'll just stop talking about it. No one will care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the interview noted that Lorde still identifies as a cis woman and has not changed her pronouns. And that she said she self-identifies as in the middle gender-wise. Like, that's just normal. Like,
yeah.
Just normal person. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, great question from Green Emerald. What's the difference between man days and the woman days? The amount of makeup, the outfit, the vibes, whether or not you showered that day?
Honestly.
Lorde also said that she wrote a song on Virgin, Man of the Year, shortly after going off birth control and getting an IUD implanted. And IUD is visible on the Pelvic X-Ray album cover.
Okay.
Just man things.
Yeah, just man things.
Went on birth control man day. Or is it just because you can't get pregnant? Are you saying men can't get pregnant? That's pretty transphobic, Lorde. Be careful.
Gender moment when you get your IED put in. It's like, okay, heterosexuals, please calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
So I felt like stopping taking my birth control. I had cut some sort of cord between myself and this regulated femininity.
What? Okay,
taking
Queen,
birth
don't
control
reach birth control.
Feminine?
You're still on birth control.
The IUD is
birth control. The IUD is literally controlling the birth because you are a heterosexual. Your sexual is hetero. The straights are not okay.
I felt like all of a sudden I was off the map of femininity, and I totally believe that allow things to open up. Well, you're just not going to get pregnant. It's not as likely that you're going to get pregnant. So that does open up a lot of not getting pregnant doors.
She went from one form of birth control to a different form of birth control.
I was really feeling
what she's talking about.
Listen, Nana, you're not getting it. She transitioned from the pill to an IUD. Transitioned.
Okay.
Do you understand in your pea brain mind? Obviously, she's a man now. I'm
losing my fucking mind. You're on a different form of birth control, my dude.
Oh my god, okay.
Good for you not getting pregnant. Totally support that. But Jesus Christ, really? Like, what level of how many fucking mental gymnastics do you have to do to be like, I'm a man now because I changed to having something implanted in my uterus to prevent
I think you forget you forget that she imagined herself in men's jeans. She didn't even buy men's jeans, but she did imagine herself
with tits out in men's jeans, and she was like, yeah, that's a man.
And she was wearing the IUD. So when you think about it, that's like the quintessential male experience.
I can't with these people. I can't.
So, Man of the Year was written, she told Rolling Stone, while trying to visualize a version of herself that was fully representative of how her gender felt in that moment. She imagined herself in men's jeans, wearing a gold chain and duct tape on her chest.
Like, could she
have you ever seen a man with duct tape on his chest? Like, what is
Can
going
you just
on here?
Can you please just do the Gaga thing and do like the hot drag thing? Just do that.
Oh yeah.
Just have your man soda.
She could have taken a picture of herself in men's jeans wearing a gold chain with duct tape on her chest and made that her album, and then she's like, no, here's my pussy.
Yeah.
It's just so bizarre. What am I supposed to care about her fucking spirit journey of
I'm sorry,
thinking
but
about her
this
titties.
this paragraph is
bizarre.
insane. She said, I went to the cupboard and I got the tape out and I did it to myself. I have this picture staring at myself. I was blonde at the time. It scared me what I saw. I didn't understand it, but I felt something bursting out of me. It was crazy. It was something jagged. There was this violence to it.
Yeah,
What is
there's
this
violence
paragraph?
there is violence to flattening your chest with tape. You shouldn't fucking do that.
Yeah, don't put tape directly on the nipple. It's not going to be a good time.
Yeah, that ain't
Removing
good.
it.
Like, just don't put it anywhere because you're a Homo sapien. You're covered in hair. You're just gonna rip it out. Like, don't
Yeah,
be
we're not really
doing
meant to have
that.
tape on our bodies.
Yeah, we weren't built for tape. We weren't made to be taped in any way.
No.
This is so
Yeah, maybe
weird.
something slimy. I don't know what to tell you. It's also just like, do people just not have any form of emotional regulation built into them anymore?
I think
Like,
so.
did you experience a thought or feel like a thought, and then that was just like, oh shit, like that was crazy to you? Like you were thinking something? Like, girl,
It's
calm
like
down.
they'd see those 90s movies where they do like whole like the makeover, like trying on lots of different clothes, and they'd be like, oh my
and then you
god,
take
this
off your glasses.
film,
oh my god,
this film was about exploring different gender identities. And it's like, no, it's not. No,
this
it
film's
isn't.
about trying on clothes. Calm down.
Yeah, for the
You put
big
on some
date
clothes,
where
my
the
friend.
girl dates the boy. Big crazy revolution.
Count Catula says,
No, yeah,
if you read this to me and took out the gender language, I'd probably think it was some sort of crazy religious cult initiation story.
Yeah, like this would
Yeah,
be the
it is
story she
seriously
tells
bizarre.
to new recruits. She was like, and I was standing in my kitchen, and then the Lord came to me, and he said, "Put that tape
Put
on,
tape on your
Lord."
titties.
Yeah. And so
Tape
I
your
shed
titties
my
down.
mortal coil, and I floated up to Xenu or whatever the fuck it is.
No, it's seriously like bonkers the shit these people are saying, and you're like, this is mental illness. We're witnessing mental illness, whatever that meme is. Like,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
like
It's
take
mental
this
illness,
seriously. It's mental illness. Seriously though, like, are you okay?
Oh, somebody save her.
I
It really does
regularly
sound
see
like
my tits in
someone
the
who did
mirror, and I'm like,
psychedelics.
yeah, I regularly see my tits in the mirror. I'm like, nice, and that's it, and then I just go about my day, and I don't like. There's nothing busting out. There's nothing jagged. There's no violence to me witnessing my own titty or whatever she's talking about. I'm just fucking normal. Even if I have a weird haircut or my hair is blonde or something, I'm not gonna like lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, also, like, what does the blonde have to do with anything? It's so weird.
It scared me
it's
what I
just-
saw. I was blonde. Listen, some people can't
who
help
is
it.
this
They're
blonde
just
lady?
born blonde, Lord. You can't be blonde perfect like that.
Camila, type of shit not having a regular job will have you doing at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's so true. Like unemployed moments. Like that's cool. I was at work with my shirt on.
Right.
Ooh, Count Chocula did it well. Like, I had this picture
Count
of myself
Chocula?
just staring at Count Chocula. Oh my god, I can't read. Leave it alone.
Chocolate cereal vampire?
Yeah. She said. Whatever, fuck you, you read it then.
I have this picture of myself just staring in the mirror. It scared me what I saw. I didn't understand it then, but then I felt it bursting out of me. I knew it was his grace. Literally, same thing.
It
Yeah,
seriously is like
exactly.
a religious crazy person story.
Yeah.
So, despite going on her own gender journey, Lorde said that she doesn't think her identity is radical and that she has less on the line than out trans people living under
Of
the
course.
Trump administration.
Oh,
Of
of course.
course.
Got to like kowtow and be like, oh my god, transy one, I'm most vulnerable, blah blah blah. Got to
Yeah.
do that. If you ever talk about if any woman is ever talking about anything about herself, she has to make sure to like thank every trans woman who ever existed. You guys are so brave and you're being genocided.
Thank you for throwing the first IUD at Stonewall.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for personally inventing IUDs. I assume I'm not going to research or understand anything about what I'm doing to my body.
Well, you would know that because you remember the trans hospitals they burned down in Nazi Germany. They had the first patent for IUDs in there. Get your
Yeah,
facts
for all their
straight.
queer sisters.
Yeah.
Rusty, remember the last time we talked about the Nazis burning trans shit?
Oh yeah, we got in trouble. We got called Holocaust deniers.
Yes.
Oh,
For
God.
saying that
The
there's-
reach.
For saying that Jewish people were the victims of the Holocaust and not
Yeah.
a random made-up trans hospital.
Uh-huh. God.
How dare we?
Yes. So Lorde says, I see these incredibly brave young people, and it's complicated. Making the expression privately is one thing, but I want to make very clear that I'm not trying to take any space from anyone who has more on the line than me, she said.
Self-flagellate, self-flagellate, self-flagellate.
How you know she's a
Just,
woman?
bow
Right.
down to them, lick their boots, kiss, 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 kiss.
Oh, she's upset.
Thank you, Queen. I agree.
Yes.
Woo! I agree.
Yeah.
She's, we're living the human condition, but she's speaking it.
So she says,
Speaking truth to
because
power.
I'm comparatively in a very safe place as a wealthy, cis, white woman. Rolling Stone interview is the latest in a series of sound bites Lorde has given detailing that she is in the process of examining her gender identity.
She's navel-gazing and she's
Wait,
letting a
what?
fucking magazine know about it.
While attending the Met Gala earlier in May, she wore a silver two-piece gown that she said symbolized her current feelings regarding her gender.
Woman wears dress to event.
But
Call the news.
I just love the
Wow.
open back. To me, it really represents where I'm at gender-wise. I
Yeah,
feel
all
like
those
a
men are
man
walking around
and
with their
a
open
woman.
back dresses.
Right.
Yeah.
So masculine with the open back dress.
Weren't there women wearing suits to the Met Gala? I know they were wearing heels, which was lame, but like they were just wearing like full-on tuxedo
Yeah, because
suits.
the theme was like tailoring, so there was a lot of
Right.
like, women in menswear.
Yeah, so like, did she feel kind of fucking stupid when she was walking around in her skin-tight skirt, topless thing? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
So she went on to point out that the dress's top half was a different take on the cummerbund, which is male clothing.
Wow.
A pleated sash that often comes with men's tuxedos.
And then you put it on your
So
breasts.
mask.
And that was
You put it on
very
your
mask of you. Okay.
It's just like, it's like the IUD represents like my wiener, and it's like, girl, just that's not how it works. Like the dress represents male's clothes, but it's a dress. It's not. It's a dress. You could have worn men's clothes.
Like, you could have.
You could have worn whatever you wanted.
You literally, yeah. Oh
if she had worn flat shoes and a suit, like she would have been more fucking gender non-conforming. Even like a feminine, blousey suit would have been more whatever. It reminds me of this straight couple that got married, and they were both calling themselves NB or whatever. And the guy wore like a dress and then a suit for part of it, and then the woman wore a dress and a suit for part of it. But when the woman wore the suit, she took off the shirt underneath it and just had like a bare blazer. And I was just like, yeah, it's almost like you did that because you're a woman. You think you have to modify it to like keep some piece of femininity, like having your boobs out. Ugh, I just can't.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's just.
It's just. So I am. Let's see. I don't know which slide. I posted about doing this stream on Reddit, and there's some funny comments I wanted to discuss or just look at because they're really funny.
Can we be some of the commenters?
I just took screenshots of the comments because I didn't feel like whatever. No, anyway, so yeah, I posted that this was gonna happen, and someone commented. It was in a lesbian subreddit, and she's like, "Lorde is straight. Why is she on here?" And then I investigated this person's profile, and they're like a Lorde stan. So just coincidence, I guess.
Sure.
And I said, why we're going to talk about her. And she's like, yeah, I saw that, but this is the lesbian sub. So I don't know why it's really relevant when she only likes men.
It's like, we are lesbians.
Yeah.
Discussing things.
Right? And so, like, that's what I said.
Would she have preferred a man post and he's like, I'm going to talk about these lesbians in the lesbian subreddit? Would she have preferred that?
Yeah, and I was like, well, this post is about 3 lesbians who are going to be doing a YouTube live stream and inviting other lesbians, the members of this sub, to come join us. Like, why else would I be posting in here? It's not about Lorde, it's about us. And then she's obviously a stan because she was like, well, I don't understand the gender-related stuff she's been saying lately either. But honestly, I think she's just gotten confused because of online gender discourse. This dog wants to go out.
And is mixing up gender expression with gender identity. Same shit. So please don't be too hard on her in your podcast. She doesn't mean any harm.
Right?
My Blorbo. Don't talk about my Blorbo from the internet. It's like,
I know, I was dying.
Lorde isn't gonna
She's
fuck
just
you.
confused. Yeah.
Lorde isn't gonna fuck you. She is straight. Calm down.
And she's got an
Also-
IUD, and she's a man, apparently.
Yeah, can't you see her duct taped titties? She's not into you. But like,
Yeah, I was dying.
it's just- why can't you guys? Why can't you horrible dykes just be nice to this cringe woman? This cringe straight woman.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know.
why should I have to be? That's my whole thing. Is that I mean, this is how we
Yeah,
got into this
that's true.
situation.
Well,
People being too fucking nice.
People
It's enough.
weren't mean enough.
Yeah, and I'm overcorrecting because it has to be done.
I just replied LOL to that. And she's like, if you're not even willing to be empathetic and trying to understand where someone is coming from, then why even bother framing this as a discussion? You might as well just call it a trashing celebrities video. I'm not saying I agree with what Lorde has been saying, but you should at least try to be kind.
Fuck off.
LOL.
Also, we didn't even make
Be
the
kind.
video yet. We didn't even make the video yet. We gotta caution the women before they even say anything to make sure that they're being kind.
Make sure women are nice about gender shit. It's like,
I know.
why? And also, no.
And
Mean
also,
lesbians,
like-
thank you. Mean lesbians rise up. We got to.
Like,
The world has gone to shit because
We
lesbians
can't
haven't been
just
allowed
be-
to be mean.
right. And also, I love that she has 17 downvotes, though. Yeah. Also, like, we can vent.
You must be kind when you vent.
Also, like, oh, what is the extremely wealthy celebrity gonna care about what
Yeah.
somebody on YouTube who's got 69 viewers has to say
Can
about
you
them?
can you imagine like an interviewer approaching her at the Met Gala? Lord, can I get your opinion? This woman you don't know said like that she thinks what you're wearing is dumb. She's like, what? Okay. Anyway,
Like, who
so
gives a
I'm
fuck?
wearing
She's
Yeah,
on the
seriously,
Met
like-
you know,
Gala and I'm not. Like, who cares
Yeah.
what I have to say
Exactly.
about Lorde? Get real. And then I appreciated this next one. Someone said very few here actually want to deal with the human cause of this bullshit because it's more fun to be big and mad and mean, and it feels better too. Well, you got me
sometimes
there.
shame works. Sometimes shame works. You know, we've tried being nice.
Yeah, the wrong people have been unlearning shame, so we need to relearn shame. People need to get back on the shame wagon. Sometimes shame is good.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, 69 viewers? Nice. Oh no, we lost 2. Get back in here, people.
Yeah, thanks, Camila. Yeah. But then this final comment that I have, final comment I have screenshotted. So they said, dude, I'm super against hate, especially when it's hate being directed at a known person or an easy target. But you guys are literally jumping to conclusions, making baseless accusations and borrowing worry.
We hadn't made. We're still making the videos.
I know, but I appreciate this person coming to our defense, being like, just relax, it's okay. Simply discussing a subject
Yeah.
doesn't equal bashing, and people call lesbians mean all the time for no reasons. And now
Yep.
you and the other person replying are accusing lesbians of being mean before they've even done the episode. Thanks
Thank
for the
you.
defense, but we indeed were going to be mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reserve
our
our
plan
right
was
to be mean.
fucking mean about it. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for your kind assumption, but it was wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Jessica,
were wrong,
thank
but you were so nice about it. So I like you.
So yeah, both these celebs can use their money to
Both
mop
celebs
up
can
any
use their money to mop
tears.
up any tears from the 3 lesbians making jokes about their weird gender
$8,000
sexuality
to
take.
buy
Yeah.
my silence.
Yes, literally.
Actually, can I
Literally.
add another 0, please?
Yeah.
I will be quiet for 1 minute per $1,000.
Oh my
Let it not be
God.
said that I can't be bought. It's $1,000 a minute.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
still reserve my right to raise my eyebrows condescendingly and roll my eyes.
Yes.
And say, don't forget your birth control, queen. Enjoy getting married in every country in the world.
Yes, I love the don't forget your
Women
birth
hate when I say
control
that to
queen.
them.
Yeah.
Don't forget your birth control, sis. Enjoy getting married in every single country in the world. And they get so fucking mad that they're not oppressed in any way.
Yeah.
For being straight. Not, I mean, if they're women, they are oppressed. But you know what I mean.
Yes.
They're just like,
for
but
being
my
straight.
queer boyfriend and my queer sex and my queer's like, okay, have fun getting married in every country in the world and don't forget your birth control. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
times.
folks. And Latinx and everything.
Indeed.
Yeah, thank you to the Latinx community
this-
specifically. You're the backbone of this stream.
Latinx and
Lily, you're
Yeah.
so mean. Yes. Right.
that's the goal. Yesterday when I was out with one gay man and then 3 gendy women, 3 gendy lesbians, which is just fucking come on, man. And the gay man, he's just a regular gay dude. He was adopted. His sister was also adopted. And his sister has like transed out and like cut her tits off and is married to some like horrible bi woman. Is just miserable.
Aw.
Like taking care of her kids that she keeps having with random dudes. But he's just like, yeah, I mean, I know my sister's just my sister and she's real sad and fucked up, but like I also kind of respect the trans thing. I'm like, okay, but you know she's just your sister. And he's like, well, yeah, but but I can pretend that I don't think she's my sister. I'm like, great. But anyway, he's kind of like on the fence about things. But we were leaving this barbecue and it was raining all day. As we were walking down the stairs, he slips and he almost fucking dies because he's like 7 feet tall. So I'm like, man, if you fall from that high, you're gonna crack your head and die. But I grabbed him, like I righted him before he could perish. And he was like, oh my God, thank you. I'm like, this, and then I was like, this is why the L goes first.
Oh my
And
God.
everyone fucking lost it.
My God.
This is the gay and lesbian solidarity we've all been waiting for. Here it is. The L coming in to save the day yet again.
Yeah, as they always do.
Thank God he was on my left side. My right side dislocates, but my left side.
Right side, he would have been
always
fucked.
dislocates, so thank God for that. Yeah, he would have just been cracked that head
But
off
you
on
know,
the stairs. I would have been like,
if it was
sorry.
the right side, it's like, well, yeah, that's for the trans support.
Yeah, that's for you being on the fence.
It's like,
about
see
this.
this.
Come
If
on,
you're not
dude.
careful, I'm gonna move you behind the T. All right, let this be a lesson to you.
But he's like he's engaged to a Japanese guy. Like they can't get married here, but you know, he's my friend in question is British and his boyfriend or whatever is Japanese, and his Japanese boyfriend is not having any of this shit. He's just like he's so fucking mean. I love him. Based. He is so fucking based. Like this is stupid. I'm not talking to that guy. Like I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Completely
Oh,
understand.
that's the best.
Considering the situation you'd be in as a homosexual in fucking Japan, why would you have time for trans shit?
Like there's this guy who comes to these events. Sometimes he didn't come today, but he's like this middle-aged like dumpy white guy who like married a Japanese woman, doesn't speak the language, and is like cringe and horrible like most of the white men here. He's I think he's Canadian. No, he's American.
Kill him.
And he's like, I'm non-binary because I wear really tight pink pants, and my daughter cut her hair, so I think I'm gonna explore her gender identity with her. I'm like, this guy fucking sucks so bad. It's like, my name is Diamond. I'm like, no, your name is fucking Daryl. I'm not gonna call you Diamond, you fucking loser. And he's the fucking worst. And like Jin, this is my friend's boyfriend, is just like, I'm not talking to that guy. He pretends he doesn't know English, even though he's fluent in English. He's just like, oh, I don't understand. He wanders away. Oh, it's so funny.
God.
But yeah, it's extremely sad about his sister. And I told him, I was like, do you think it's weird that in the UK, like 0.2% of children are in the like foster care system, but 25% of referrals to the gender clinic are in the foster care system?
Wait, what?
And he was like,
yeah, I remember reading that.
Yeah,
Say
like
that
in the
again.
cash report, that was one of like 2% of the, it was something like 0.2% of children in the UK are within the
Right.
foster system, but a full 25% of like referrals to the childhood gender identity clinic are in the
What
foster
the
system.
Yeah.
fuck? Why would that
Yeah.
be, do you think?
Yeah.
Nobody watching those kids.
It's just because they're really like
vulnerable.
they're very traumatized.
Oh,
they're very
okay, I see what you're
abused.
saying, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so like it's way, way, way more likely that those
Oh,
kids are
I
going to be
see,
the ones
okay,
who
I-
like. It's because it's mostly girls. It's mostly girls in the
course.
system, right? So it's mostly girls who are like sexually abused,
Yeah, for some
traumatized,
reason-
who are like now being like, I want to
I was
identify something
thinking
else.
like, yes, that makes sense. I was thinking like the foster parents were like specifically like transing. I
No.
misunderstood what you
No,
meant,
no,
but I
it's
get
usu-
what you're saying now.
No, because usually they're not even in one family for
Yeah.
very long, right? Like that's one of the problems with the foster care system. But yeah, and both he and his sister were adopted, like not as infants, like as children, sort of. So they both probably were in foster care at some point. But he was just like, "What?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And I was like, "So my wife is very like confused about all of this." And she asked him like, "Well, is your sister happy?" And he's like, "No."
Right.
Oh, God.
And I was just kind of like trying to do this. Like I thought this was like to fix people and make them happy. And he was like, "Well, I mean, it should, right? In theory,
Yeah.
it should." I'm like, "But did it?" And he's like, "Well, no." So I'm just sitting there like the Oprah, like,
Yeah. So what is the truth?
so what is the truth? Like you know what I mean? Like, okay, bro. But it's just very, yeah, it's very sad. And they were talking, and I was like making everyone mad, but no one could contradict me in this conversation. Well, Steve, like my gay friend was not contradicting. Everyone else was like talking about it, but they're talking. God, these people are so fucking delusional. Like they're talking about, oh my god, my friend, she's trying to get her gender marker changed because she transitioned, but she's married to a Japanese woman and she actually naturalized. Like he's a dude who like gave up his original citizenship to become Japanese. So he has Japanese citizenship
okay.
now, which means that he has to follow the Japanese laws for
Oh,
transition.
yeah.
But he can't because you can't be married and you can't have minor children.
Mhm. That seems
Oh.
fair.
So
Yeah,
Like that
totally.
seems fair.
right. So the problem is that he's having. So I think he divorced his wife, or whatever, because there's no same-sex marriage, or I don't know if they maybe not be technically married, but he does have children, but they're not minors anymore. But the problem is, since he was a foreign national before, doing the paperwork, they want him to produce a document from his original country that says that he doesn't have any children under the age of 20 in his original country. But there's no such document for
Hmm.
America. Like you can't get a document that says that in
Yeah.
America.
I suppose
So-
only your children's birth
But
certificates.
in Japan you can.
maybe.
Yeah, but they'd be like, but
Right,
where
but
are
then
the
you can just have a child
where are
that
the
this
secret
certificate you
where are the
don't.
secret birth certificates that you aren't showing us?
Right, because Japan has like the family registration system where like everyone, like there's like a complete register of like of a family tree essentially, sort of, and that's like all documented. Like your birth certificate goes into this family tree system,
Interesting.
kind of.
Yeah.
So you could just submit that, and it'd be like, okay, here's all the children that you fathered, whatever. So they're like, okay, well, you need to submit that if you want to like transition here in Japan. And he's like, well, I can't get a document that says that. And they're like, okay, well, good luck. Then you have to get that document somehow.
Sucks.
And they're like, oh, it's so unfair. If only he had transitioned before he
my God.
naturalized. Then, and I was just like, well, like it's so unfair. I'm like, well, they don't really want like there's all these like 55-year-old men with families who are heterosexual men who are transitioning and destabilizing their families, and that's what they don't want. Like, no, they're just doing it because they hate trans people. I'm like, no, because if you're like a gay dude, you're not going to father children and not going to be married to a woman. So they don't care if gay men castrate themselves. They're all for that. Yeah, go fix yourself, you weird gay person.
Yeah.
They just want heterosexual men doing this. And they all went silent. They had no fucking comeback to that. I'm like, why else would it be so easy for them to like, because it's literally like, if you're gay, yeah, go do it. They don't
Yeah.
care. Done. It's like if you're a 50-year-old AGP with a family that they're like,
Yeah. Gay people
No.
already fit the criteria, not married, not no kids. So
exactly. So that's fine. And they're like, yeah, cool. Sure, transition, and then you can get married. So it's literally incentivized for gay people to transition.
Yeah.
Because they think it's fixing you.
So work.
And they were just like silent because they had no comeback. They're like, anyway, the weather.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are so
Did you
fucking
try
pathetic.
the chicken? I
You
heard the
guys
chicken's good.
You can't. And then, God, this girl, one of the fucking delusional lesbians. I said this to you guys in the chat. I'll say it to chat. They're talking about a queer book club, and somehow they got to the point where like, well, I don't think we should be gatekeeping straight people or people who don't read. I'm like, from the queer book club?
Oh my god.
From the then it's a nothing club for gay people plus annoying
Yeah,
people.
it's
that won't leave gay people alone.
group
Like, are you fucking
gathering
serious?
of no specific demographic or like
Yeah, it's
shared
like a hangout.
interest. Yeah, with
Yeah, I'm
people
just
you
like,
don't want there.
I just was like, so you don't, you're not going to force people to read books at the book club. You're not going to force people to be gay at the gay book club. Like, can you fucking get a grip, my dude?
Yeah.
Like, you young lesbians are so fucking spineless and pathetic. Can you please grow up? My God. I was
Yeah.
like, this is why we don't have anything anymore. It's because of women like you. Holy, and she's like, well, I get back to the States. I'm thinking about removing my uterus. And I was like, you shouldn't fucking do that.
Yeah.
And I was explaining, like, are you going to remove your spleen and remove your appendix and just go like, I'm like, you're fucking ridiculous. And I was like, you know, your chance of dementia like increases many-fold if you remove your uterus,
Yeah.
right? And your uterus is holding up your organs, so you won't
Pretty good,
so you'll start having prolapses,
it makes
right?
it makes you a lot more susceptible to osteoporosis as well, like osteoporosis, osteoarthritis.
Exactly. I'm like, it also like it doesn't. I'm like, it regulates your hormones. You know that. She's like, well, I'll just take HRT. I'm like, that's not how that works. You know, it's like, I can just take estrogen. I'm like, that's not the only hormone in your body. Are you fucking
People think
stupid?
like your uterus is just like baby house.
Well,
But,
yeah, because
like,
it's just the extra thing
like-
you have as a defunct man.
Right. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just like, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And so I went into this whole thing. I was like, if you have cancer or something, then yeah, you should do it because obviously you have to get rid of cancer more than you have to, you know, worry about dementia in 30 years. But like, bro, just like you're fucking. I was like, okay, if your leg hurt, would you go get your fucking leg amputated? You idiot! Like, you can't deal with these people.
Yeah.
My leg hurt. I stubbed my toe. I'm gonna amputate my fucking leg. Like, okay, you idiot.
Yeah, I'm sick of
Go have
stubbing
fun.
my toe. It makes me feel so stupid every time I stub my toe. I'm getting rid of my foot.
Yeah, it's like, good luck.
Oh.
You goddamn
Yeah.
moron.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this comment from the realist. Nothing means anything anymore. Most LGBT spaces are overrun by heteros and male-centered women, to be fair. Also, the treating of the body like a Mr. Potato doll. Yikes.
Yeah, it
I
really
know.
is like that. Or like a Sims, you know how like you can move all the sliders and make them big and small and
Yeah.
you know,
How much wiener or
customize
whatever.
them. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, you are not a computer program. You are not polygons, ma'am. You are a real living being.
No, I can't. I had so many times where I would just say something and they would all just like stare at me like, because they've only been in their like online echo chambers. They've never heard like an actual argument from like a normal person who reads.
Yeah.
And then she was like arguing with me about like listening to ebooks and whether that was reading. I'm like, well, it isn't reading because
It
you're
isn't
listening.
reading. You're
You're consuming
consuming
the
the
media.
novel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can still
but
discuss
you're not
the
reading
novel,
it.
but you're not reading it. I'm not saying that like you're a bad person if you don't read, but I'm like, if you ask me, it's not reading it.
am.
You might consume the story. Like,
Yeah,
okay, for a book
you
club or
were
whatever, it's
experiencing it
fine.
differently.
Yes.
But like to read
not
a
reading.
story and to have a story told to you is different because when you're reading it, you have to understand every single word and really think about it. You know,
Right, and
whereas
you're, like,
listening is
doing it
more
in
relaxing.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like, oh, and I don't know how we got to. I was like, well, I don't count. I was like, oh, in a year I might read 70 to 100 books, and that's reading. Like, I'm not counting audiobooks. She's like, well, I think it counts. I'm like, okay, girl, you also think that like straight people who don't read should be in the book club for gay people. So I think you are a fucking idiot and you don't know anything.
I think you should read
But, like,
some more.
Yeah, it's like, clearly you don't read, and that's why you're getting so fucking defensive. But like, that's not how reading. I'm like, it's a different mechanism. It's a completely different
Yeah.
mechanism. It's like watching TV is not the same as taking a fucking bath. They're different things.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, like.
Yeah.
Gross.
I can't. I'm like, you people are putting me in fucking despair. Like, they're making me despair. I can't with these young women, so fucking spineless. And they're like, it's the queer. But I was like, and so they tried saying like my queer wife. I'm like, no, she's a lesbian. I'm a lesbian. We're lesbians. Don't call us queer.
Yeah, don't fucking
And then I was
say
like,
that.
oh, sorry. I'm like, why do you think straight people should be allowed to call us like gross,
Strange,
and unnatural,
abnormal,
and strange, and
yeah,
abnormal? Like, why do you
deviant.
think? It's like, I don't think there's anything strange or deviant or unnatural about me and my wife being homosexual. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
wrong with that. And I'm not going to let straight people start calling it like faggot history or whatever. I'm like, no. They're going to call it queer history, queer whatever. I'm like, no.
Bitch rights movement. Like,
yeah, like the bitch rights, the N-word
Yeah.
history or whatever. I'm like, are you seriously like not seeing how stupid this is? And they're just like, the what? Like,
yeah.
You guys are dumb as hell. I can't even believe that I'm supposed to have a conversation with these people.
It should be illegal.
People, I'm like, I need to just be like gatekeep. I need to like put out the little iPad and be like, and do like a quick IQ test before you can talk to me, because it's like I'm losing brain cells.
Reading comp test.
They're like, can I get this into audiobook? And I'm like, no.
You will read it, and there's no smut in it. Just read the information. Have you seen those trends where like people like
God, the
compile like compilations of like
stop.
The booktop girlies who are like, you know, this page had like this book has too many words in it, or like I only read the dialogue, or I read the first sentence of a paragraph and the last sentence of a paragraph, and I get the gist.
So Existential Gamer and I did a stream just a couple of weeks ago about book talk. And I was baffled to learn that a lot of the book talkers and the bookstagrammers, they only read the dialogue of books. They don't actually read anything else.
Yeah. Or the smut.
That was so crazy to me.
Yeah.
These people, like, I can't. The 35-year-old was
living
talking
for
about.
Right now.
She was talking about how she reads like, oh, the fanfic I'm reading. I'm like, you are 35. You're 35. I was like, oh, that's the Blorbo from your show, and she got like, she laughed. I could tell she was like, yeah, because she was talking about some fucking dude. I'm like, you need to like, oh, I can't. Please read books. Please read books. Read books about women by women. Stop fucking. Really?
Ooh. Sorry. Continue, Nana. Go.
No, that's it. I can't. I'm like, you're 35 years old and you're talking to me about fan fiction. You're 35 years old and you're talking about fan fiction about dudes. I'm like, what? I'm like, I was like clutching my pearls Victorian style. I'm like, this is beyond offensive. Can you please read a fucking book?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. It's like when they talk about like reading comprehension on like there'll be like a post about people don't read enough anymore on Tumblr or whatever, and they'll be like, well, I read fanfic. It's just like that is junk food for your brain. Whatever, read it, but like that's not the same.
Yeah. No, like fanfic has no subtext. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you already know all your characters. You're just reading about them in different situations. There's a reason why it's easier for you to read, and that's why books have gone on the trend of like saying like they'll say what tropes there are in the book, but they won't say like what the summary is. Like this, like just tell me what it's about.
I'm dying at this from Count Chocula.
Oh yes.
Yeah. No, seriously, I was like, please keep it to yourself. Yes. Like, I would be embarrassed to admit that. I thought she was younger, and it might be because of shit like that she says to me. But I was just like, oh, girl, you need to eat some pussy. Like, please eat some pussy. Like, you need to get laid and like fucking stop being so weird. Come on, man. Like, how do you think this is okay to talk about in public? It's not. Like, I just was like, ooh. Lord, these people. I could tell like there was like the older one who was like the non-binary one, like ironically was more like less stupid, and the younger one was just like fucking had never thought. The one who was like, I'm gonna remove my uterus because of inconvenience. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. It's like, and she was also one who's like, we shouldn't gatekeep the book club, and we shouldn't. I was like, oh Lord, I can't talk to you. Like, when she left, she was like, oh, it was nice meeting you, and everyone's like, oh, I'll see you later. It was nice meeting you. You don't even think it was nice meeting me, fucking bitch. Just say fuck you, bitch, and leave. Like, you didn't like me at all. Like, I didn't like you. Like, I thought you were pathetic and just like depressing. That this is the fucking future, man. What did I fight for this? No, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's lots of people in the chat talking about how like, oh, well, I sometimes read fanfic and stuff. And like, yeah, there's literally, like I said here, there's nothing wrong at all with reading fanfiction. That's not the point. The point is like when that's your only consumption is like fanfiction and not any novels that are going to challenge you or make you think about something in a different way or process
Or books
something
about
you're going
women, by
through, or
women, ever.
exactly.
If
Like,
you're a fucking lesbian, please get a
it's
grip.
okay to have junk food sometimes, but you do have to eat vegetables and protein as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you talk to me how you ordered McDonald's for every meal for like fucking weeks or whatever, I'd be like, girl, are you okay? Like, would you, like, it's fine to do that sometimes, but really? Come on, man, get it together. You're 35. You're destroying
Yeah.
your body. Like, you're destroying your mind. You're 35 and you're destroying your mind. Please.
You need protein and vegetables as well as fan fiction.
Yeah. Can't be chalky milk for dinner every night.
You need pedestrians. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, this is goo gaga behavior and you're 35. Please.
Well, I'm seeing even with like the younger ones, like the teens, like they'll like just role play with like ChatGPT, and it's like that's meant to be a rite of passage. You're meant to be like role playing with another teenager about your stupid blobbers. You're not meant to be talking to ChatGPT about it.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to put effort into your blubber up.
You have to go ever into it and make someone else care about your glum shitto or whatever. Like, if you can't do that, then it's a bad glum shitto and start over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ChatGPT is just gonna be like, great glum shitto. It's like, it's not great though. Go bother someone else. Bother each other with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Man,
and I did that. I did that proudly. Oh, my wife is sending me pictures of dogs. They're so cute.
Oh, she's flexing.
I was gonna say something and it's just totally gone now.
Sorry, the dogs distracted me.
You're good.
I don't even know what I was gonna say. It's totally gone.
Think about it, Queen. Think.
I'm trying. You know what people should read?
What?
Leastbound.com.
Oh,
yeah.
You're allowed to write fanfic about Leastbound.
Yeah, if you're writing and reading Leastbound fanfic, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You gotta compete with the people writing the. I mean, there's a new page just dropped. I just uploaded it for the stream.
I'm spoiled now because I got all the latest pages directly from the source, and now I'm like, I need
now
more.
you gotta wait.
No.
See, that's the catch-22, Queen.
Ugh. Boo.
See, if you were married to me, you'd already know the ending because my wife already knows it. So.
Mrs. Rusty Privilege.
Yeah. Sorry, Queen.
That's okay.
What's Mrs. Rusty up to today?
She is taking a nice relax because she was the one who drove us to IKEA, and it's her off day. She did think about coming to stream, but she was just like, I'm too sleepy. And I was like, go sleep, baby. Relax. Relax for the women who couldn't.
Irradiated woman. Gonna drop my 100k word IMLA fanfic soon.
Sweet. Wait, what's the ship?
Oh my god.
What's the ship?
I need to know. Wait, is Mrs. Rusty involved or not? I need to know this also.
Remember,
you better.
What is?
Yeah, you can't ship me with anyone but my wife. Okay.
Yeah. But Rusty, remember in the early days of Tumblr when people thought you and I were a couple?
Oh yeah.
We always got asks about it if we were in a relationship. I was like, no,
yeah,
Rusty
you Rusty's
is married.
wife. Yeah, and also I think like at that time I might have been. Oh, I guess I was 22 when I was married, so it's like it's kind of an age gap, guys.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Here's a question, Rusty. How long will it be till the ending?
A lot longer than that.
Really?
Yeah, I have an ending in sight, but like lots of pillars of like plot that I want to happen, but I haven't figured out how it is all connected yet. I actually don't quite know how Jaden and Riley get together yet, so I figure that will come to me when I'm I'll know when I know.
Lee, get out of here. I'm gonna kick you out right now. The lore.
Thank you, Green Emerald. I'm glad you enjoyed. Yeah, realist. I've never been particularly subtle about that. Like, yeah, they're the end game relationship. It's like right there in the summary. I'm more of a fan of like I don't see spoilers so much in the what, but in the how. So it's just like, yeah, they're gonna get together, but you don't know how. It's sort of like how people know that Blair and Riley are gonna break up, but you don't know how. But I do. Ho 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 ho.
Oh, Riley.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
She's going through it right now.
Mm-hmm.
She just had sex with her girlfriend in a public bathroom, and that didn't make their relationship problems go away. And she's just realizing
it was a good try, though.
She's just realizing she might not be able
We've
to
all
fuck her
been
way
there.
out of this one.
Not this time. Keep trying, Riley. Maybe next time.
Ooh, I bet you Nena is your girl for this, Hales. Anyone in the chat have good lesbian novel recs? Oh, where's Mrs. Rusty when you need her?
Oh, honestly, should I go get her? So I see go
It
see
depends
she's
on-
awake.
I don't like romance novel type things. Like I like novels that have lesbians but aren't romance novels, if that makes any sense. That's just how I be. So like I don't really know like if you want to read something that's like an actual romance novel. But yeah, I liked they're all over the place in terms of like genre, but I liked The Luminous Dead. It's like a horror book, slow burn kind of thing. Like it's very, very claustrophobic, and it legitimately terrified me. But it's like about a cave diver in this like futuristic world type thing, and she's got a guide, like a voice guide lady on the other side helping her
cave diving
through this horrific cave diving experience.
What is wrong with people who do that shit?
Yeah, could never.
I don't get it.
No fucking way.
But anyway, it's a good book. I'll put it in the chat. The Luminous. But yeah, it is scary and not recommended for everyone if that's gonna terrify you. I got through the scariest bit and then it was fine. I also like some people hate it, some people I like it. Like the Locked Tomb series. So Gideon the Ninth, Harrow the Ninth, Nona the Ninth.
Ooh, The Abyss Surrounds Us was pretty good too.
The last book isn't out.
Grey Witch.
Yeah, The Abyss Surrounds Us was actually good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I like that.
I don't think I finished the second
one. But I like
one.
the Locked Tomb. There's like a butch lesbian main character, you know. It's funny. People are like, it's young adulty. I'm like, well, because the character is a young adult, especially in the first book, but it's not really young adulty. So I would recommend it. It's lighthearted and fun, but then it's just like what is going on, and confusion is part of it. But yeah. But The Abyss Around Us is good. I didn't read the second one.
I didn't.
I did.
I think I started the second one, but didn't finish it. But I did really like the first one.
What was it? The Abyss Surrounds Us? That one?
The Abyss Surrounds Us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
That is young adult.
Oh yeah, definitely YA, but it's good.
It's very YA, but it's cute. I liked it. Even though I generally hate YA, I have to be honest. I can't read it.
Yeah.
But I found that one tolerable.
I could see my young lesbian self being really into it.
Oh yes, I would have loved it when I was younger.
Yeah, and I think it's important to support things like that for a younger lesbian audience. I mean, that's kind of how I feel when I write Leastbound as well. I'm kind of writing it for a teenager who would have enjoyed it at the time, because you got to pay it forward.
Yeah, no, I feel that way too. It's a good book. I liked it. Let's see what others that I really liked. Oh, there's some maybe weirder ones like Ammonite. That's a good one. That was interesting. Forgot the author's name. I also liked she actually has the first book for free on her website. It's like what's it called? When Women Were Warriors series. It's 3 books.
Ooh.
You can get the first one for free because she's like, if you like it, please buy my other 2 books. And I did, and they were good. And that one actually has a lot of romance. So, When Women Were Warriors. It's like a matriarchal society where all the women are warriors and stuff, and there's lots of lesbian sexy times.
Oh yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think of other ones I haven't read. Oh yeah, I like the Elemental Logic series.
You're a wealth of knowledge, Nina.
My goodness.
Yeah, this is like a 4-part. Sorry, it's a 4-part low fantasy series, and it's got a it's got some heavier topics in it. Like the first book, like things go really, really real fucking bad at first. Like for the main character, like her people are basically genocided. Fun times. But she survives, and then she gets a wife and all of this stuff. And there's also like talk about like the sex trade and abuse and drugs and stuff. So it's something maybe some people wouldn't be comfortable with, but I really like that series. It's the Elemental Logic series. It's a bit older too, so there's no like gender bullshit, and it's complete, which is nice.
That is
Nice.
It's nice to see a series complete, man. But
Sweating.
yeah, Emma Knight by Nicole Griffin. Sorry, yeah. Thanks, sweaties. Trying to think any others that I liked a lot that I've read several times. Because that's usually the standard for, like, if I'm going to read it several times, it's usually because it's got like lesbians that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta savor them while they're there.
And it's like, and no hetero shit. It's not like I was in love with men, but also women. Like, no, the character's only ever in love with women. Doesn't talk about men.
Scene.
Yeah, no, there's no sex. There's no hetero sex scenes in this stuff. So that's kind of my
I
standard.
think there should be a. I wish there was a separate like distinction between lesbian fiction and bisexual women fiction.
Yes,
because like, so many just have fucking het sex scenes in them. Or like a prolonged like male relationships. Like I don't want to see some woman kissing a moid. That's unnatural and disgusting. It's bad enough when I have to see straight women do it because it's like she still deserves better. And it's like ew. Don't do yourself to that queen. But just
I don't need to see that.
About it.
It's really like it's so unfortunate because I'll read a new book that comes out. And everyone's like, it's so sapphic. I'm like, well, yeah, but is there going to be dude fucking in it? And there's always like more dude fucking than there is like actual female content. Yeah. I'm like, okay, gross. Really? Bye. It's like, I thought about a woman, but then I fucked dudes. I'm like, I don't need this.
It's like, then I wrote a 5-page blowjob scene, but I kissed him at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Not into that.
That's
so,
terrible.
Like, go back to where you belong. At least stay in head romance, because I'm not going to read you, because you're not for me. But,
exactly.
That's terrible.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that I really, really liked, but,
yeah, you'd have to be kind of careful of like classics and stuff. I know people like obviously people pass around like Stonebush Blues, Ruby Fruit Jungle. It's just dude fucking in it. And it's just like
there's a lot of dude fucking. I did read Our Wives Under the Sea, and I thought it was okay. I gave it a 4 stars. I guess I liked it.
Wait, does the Well of Loneliness have dude fucking in it, or are you recommending?
No, I don't think so. I was just recommending it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's so quiet all of a sudden.
No, we're here.
Mm-hmm. It's Sunday morning for you guys, right? You guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm dog sitting right now. And
is it the old kitty or?
No, no. I'm sad about her.
I've
been caring for her for 3 years, but this recent stay was our last ever because she's moving away on Wednesday. No, I'm with him. I'm at a house that I have sat at many times before for their cat, but normally they take their dog with them. So
is this the Chatterbox cat or?
Yes, it is.
She talks to you. She's like meow, 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 meow.
Exactly. But this time the doggie is here, so it's my first time caring for her.
What kind of doggie is she?
An Australian Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
She's beautiful.
They are very pretty dogs.
Gorgeous. And but I'm only here 2 nights, so last night and tonight, and then I go home tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Very nice.
And it's a F1 race weekend this weekend.
Oh my god.
Blobbers be racing. Her blobbers be driving fast.
They do be driving so fast, except for not this weekend because they're in Monaco.
Oh, do they go to drive slow there?
Well, they have a speed limit. It's very strict.
Yeah.
It's they go 80 kilometers per hour.
It's a city street circuit, so like they're literally racing through the streets of the city. And the streets are not that wide. Monaco's a very old place, and the cars are very big, so
and they can't play dodgem cars with each other. I guess
exactly. So Monaco it's kind of like It's considered the most prestigious, but it's kind of not that exciting.
Oh,
But I will still be watching because I
in
want my
case they go
Blorbo to
fast
win.
accidentally.
And my number one most hated non-Blorbo qualified in first position.
No, not a Glump Shitter.
No,
Ugh,
I hope
not Glum
I
Shitto.
hope Glump
Literally.
Shitter loses.
me too. Desperately. But yeah. Womp womp.
Wait.
I know. So that's gonna be my weekend tomorrow.
Fair.
What's that?
I mean, we're probably going to be building our bed when it arrives today. And then we're going to lay on it,
Nice.
among other
I
things.
I
Ew.
really need to buy a new bed.
Ew.
I have had the same bed for a long time. I should really buy a new one. That's gonna be like my next big adult purchase.
Nice.
Beds are so expensive.
They
Yeah.
are. It's ridiculous. But I'm so glad when we got our king mattress. Oh, it's so good. It's just so good.
King.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's big.
That's the life.
Yeah.
That's the fucking life, my
Yeah.
friend. I'm on a what's it called? I'm on a double.
Whoa!
Oh my God, the poverty.
I couldn't even.
In Japan, nothing bigger will
Yeah, of
fit.
course.
I couldn't even do a queen anymore. I don't think.
Wow.
For me, a queen is luxury beyond belief and there's times where we end up in fulls, my friend. We end up in a full sometimes.
boy.
Come on.
Well, when you stay here, like you and your wife can just sleep on the same bed as us because there's literally room. It's so big.
Probably. You won't even notice
We can
it.
we can just lay horizontally. I think we would all.
Or like in a square
Most
shape
likely.
Yeah.
around the edges.
Yeah, probably. My wife and I are both short.
Do the
so we can just tuck ourselves in somewhere.
Did you ever do like the thing at sleepovers where like you would sleep on one end of the mattress and she would sleep on the other, so it'd be like head to toe? That was how we did a lot of sleepovers. We'd just do that.
Yeah. Well, we could do that like foot to foot. We probably wouldn't even touch.
Because you're
It'd be
so
fine.
small.
We could do it. Yeah. Yeah, my wife and I are both like 163, 164
Okay.
centimeters
Yeah,
tall.
we're both
very
tall.
Really?
Yeah.
I imagine your wife would be
I
very
am
No,
short.
I think Mrs. Rusty is 168.
I'm 5'4".
Oh my
168
God.
or something. And then I'm 176, so
I'm 155.
tiny.
Yeah,
you're
a
Riley
tiny
height.
mini.
You're Riley height.
You're me.
Yeah.
Twin and full are not the same. Full is like a slightly wide twin,
Oh.
but it's really like meant for one person. Full is not meant for two people. But in Japan, sometimes it's like, here's a full bed for two people. I'm like, great, thank you.
Oh.
Awesome.
Well, I guess the height average is a lot smaller in Japan as well.
Yeah, people be skinny.
Skinny and small.
Skinny and small, and I am not tall, but I am not that skinny. I'm not skinny at all.
Yeah, I know you've talked about your giant
Because I'm
butt
not
on
skinny
this
at all.
stream multiple times. Not on this one
It is
today,
huge,
but
yeah. Not today, no.
Yeah, you're kind of
No, I do
slacking
have a
actually. You're
large
kind of
booty.
half-assing it. Lay some respect on
Oh
that,
no. But half ass is still more than enough ass when it's my ass.
Queen. Double
Very-
cheek it, Queen.
there's so
Double
much
cheek it.
On a Tuesday
mean-
afternoon.
I'd be sitting on concrete for hours with no pain. That's where we're at
Damn.
now when it comes to the butt game.
Mercy.
She be cushioned.
Yeah. I'd be like I go out because in Japan we sit on the ground all the time. So people like sometimes bring these little cushions with them, and I'm like, that's nothing to me. I'm not even
Built-in
gonna feel that. My
cushion.
ass is so much. I'm like you can double up and use both of those cushions, girl. Because I'm not.
She's
gonna feel
already
that.
doubled up.
I'm so well
She's
prepared.
already...
I'm doubled up already. I was born doubled up. Actually, no, I wasn't. That'd
Have
be horrible,
mercy.
but, like, I quickly became doubled up. I'm fine.
Oh my God.
No, irradiated woman, I'm 176. You are not the tallest. Nobody better be taller than me. I'm going to lose.
Rusty is super tall. It's crazy.
Australians in general are very tall.
I might be taller
That's what I
if
noticed
it
in
wasn't for
Australia.
my stupid back. So in my heart, I'm 6'5". Let it be known
Imagine.
for the record. I wish.
I have growth hormone deficiency
I
disorder.
was
so
deprived. I was deprived of it. That extra few inches that belongs to me, they're out there somewhere, and I would like them returned at once.
aw.
Because yeah,
Oh
I
my
definitely
God.
was like one of the tallest kids, and then like came 10th grade, and then all the boys shut up, and it was like, oh, you should all
Lame.
be killed. Actually,
Face the
think.
wall.
Yeah, honestly,
Face the wall.
look,
Now squat a
looking,
little.
yeah, NASCAR a little bit.
Squat a little. Don't want to reach up too high and hurt myself.
It was always funny because they made us do like damn heterosexual school made us do like partner dancing. We had to do so
same.
much partner dancing, and it was like the boys were always so much shorter, but like the parts were written so you're meant to like twirl under their arm, and I'm like, I fucking can't without popping a full squat because he's too small. And I was just like, it would just be so much easier if I could just like do the male part. It's just like, I think you just wanted to dance with women.
They're onto you.
And I was annoyed as well because there was always more boys than girls. So some of the guys got to sit out, and then like but we like there was always like, no girls, everyone has to dance, so the boys had someone to dance with, and it was like, man, I wish it was the other way around. Apparently that happened at my wife's small country school. Like there was more girls than boys, and she was always like, even, you know, like 8 and 9 years old, she was like, don't worry, I'll volunteer to like dance with the girls. And they're like, wow, Mrs. Rusty, like that's so nice of you that you're like letting us dance with the boys. And she's like, yep, I'm so noble.
Don't worry, I don't need to dance with any boys.
Yeah. It's a sacrifice
welcome,
I'm
everyone.
willing to make.
Nice. Love that.
Chivalry is not dead.
Exactly. Or they did some sort of like thing where they had to
Chivalry.
sit like they had they had to sit like boy girl, but again she like agreed to be like, well, I'll sit girl, like I don't mind. She's so
I'll take one for the team, everyone.
yeah, so my wife, truly an amazing woman, to be honest.
Iconic.
Yes.
Iconic. That's so good.
Yes. Love that for her, honestly.
Love that.
Yes, I am a martyr. You may have the mail all to yourselves.
Very good.
Our school didn't make us do these things. Thank
Ugh.
God.
did.
Before they made us line dance and partner
Yes,
dance.
me
We were
too.
doing the pride of fucking Erin at 10 years old. I'm like, who is choosing this? Like,
Commonwealth problems.
oh, just awful. And they smell bad, especially in
Thank
high
God
school.
we got independence. Baby.
Like, because we'd have to do dance right after lunch. And the boys wouldn't have, like, we didn't have any, like, Australia doesn't have, like, or it's certainly not common. There's no, like, changing into a different uniform for sport or anything. You wear your same uniform all day.
What?
And there was a ban on spray-on deodorant, so lots of boys were just like, well, if I can't spray my Lynx, our version of Axe, then I'm not wearing anything. So they come from rolling around with each other on the football field, and then I had to touch them while dancing with them, and then I couldn't even complain to the other girls. They're like, oh my god, Jamie, this is so sweaty, it was really good. I'm like, I can't relate to you people. I hate this. Make us line dance again. Please make us dance to Achy Breaky Heart. Anything is better than this, please. I'm not even joking. That was my introduction to that song.
Oh.
We had to line dance. And then a year after, because I dropped PE, but I had maths right near the PE building, and that was the year that the fucking gym teacher, he discovered One Direction, and so he would make everyone dance to What Makes You Beautiful, so we would just hear it blasting in math, and I was just like, I'm gonna fucking... And this was when I was a hater, so I was like, I hate this, I hate being here. But he was always like, I love those boys. They're just so good. And I'm like, oh, God, sir, please stop. Not what I'm doing my algebra.
Rusty, your life sometimes. Yes.
It's eventful life I've led.
So So many stories. I'm too elderly
Yes.
to remember
What?
things about my
Queen.
Elderly.
You got to be remembering. See, an elephant never forgets. I'm very elephant coded, I suppose.
elephant coded.
I remember these things.
Coded.
Ugh. This is next year, so 2026 will be my 20-year high school reunion.
Ah, sheesh.
20 years, 19 years this year.
Whew, whew.
That's
I will be
crazy.
30 next year. It'll be my I think my 10-year has passed because we finish at age 17. So yeah, I just my 12-year or whatever.
Yeah, I was 17 when I graduated because I have a summer birthday.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, because we start
Hmm.
the year 12s would have started at age 16 and turned 17 during the year.
Oh no, we would be 17 turning 18.
No, Rusty, you should write an autobiography. Oh,
Literally.
Chapter 1: My mother.
Literally. My mother and the moon.
My mother and the moon.
Her mother and her best friend, the moon.
Me, her, and the moon.
Oh,
I know.
oh my god.
Maybe one day.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, Lee. If
At your
he
high school
goes,
graduation.
I don't know. I didn't go to my 10-year. I don't know. Maybe.
I didn't even know if there was a 10-year for me. I'm not like on Facebook where anybody could have reached
Yeah.
me. So
Um,
I'm like, I didn't really like many of you people, so
oh my
I
god,
think I'll be alright.
imagine though if I did go and he was there and I could ask him about like, hey, do you remember that time when you traumatized me?
You should live
Here.
stream it. Like full go up.
I remember it. Oh my god, yeah.
What if he showed up in
to
a
Radical's high school reunion?
What if he showed up in a fursuit?
In his first soda, which of course
His
is a
grey
fox,
bat.
because they all are.
Why was he drawing bats then?
He didn't draw the bats. He just found the art and he really liked it and wanted to show me. He imagined
Why wasn't he
himself-
looking at? Why wasn't he looking at foxes and imagining
Maybe
himself as
his-
the orange fox?
His egg hadn't cracked enough yet.
Oh, okay.
He was in his
No.
exploration phase.
Not this.
Maybe he wasn't ready to come out fully at that time. He needed to come out to something adjacent, you know?
He was like, it'd be less weird if I send her the
He's-
picture of the bats fucking than if I send her pictures of the foxes fucking. I want to ease her into
Elephants
this
with
shit.
clothes. Exactly.
Like,
God.
why is that my life? Why did that happen to me?
Yeah, maybe you should write the autobiography.
Oh,
Grey bats and other things.
Grey oh, that's
Very
so
well
funny.
said, irradiated woman. Remember, ladies, when a man asks you to show you something, the answer is always, no thanks,
Literally.
go away. Wants to talk to you about something, wants to show you something, absolutely never, don't do it.
Yeah, lesson learned.
It's true.
Lesson learned.
You're a baby,
You
it
were
was
young.
fine.
You were a young
You were
radical.
young
No,
and
I was-
didn't
yeah,
know. Yeah.
You weren't even a
15?
mean lesbian yet.
No.
Just a
You were a baby.
you're like a little
lesbian.
fetus lesbian.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. I'm really excited for the summer to come because I have so many plans. I'm going to the Calgary Stampede this year.
Oh yes.
And I've gone before for like a concert that I wanted to see because the Stampede always has tons of live music. They have like
Mhm.
the country and western stage and the pop stage and the rock stage, and there's like tons of bands all the time. But this year I'm gonna go for like the whole entire week and like make a whole week of it because it's hard to explain what the Calgary Stampede is. It's like a huge rodeo. It's like a cowboys festival, like a week-long festival, and it's like cowboys and rodeo, but there's like midway rides and nightly concerts, and like it's hard to describe, but yeah. So usually I've gone and I've just gone to like see a band on the grounds. But this time I'm gonna go for like the whole week and like go every day and go hard. It's gonna be fun. And my sister is
Nice.
gonna come for a few days.
Ooh. Wait, how long is
It's
the
like
whole
10
thing?
days. Yeah, and
Ooh.
Follow
So
Boy
a
are
week,
coming one
maybe.
night. And Simple Plan. And it's kind of like a cute little full circle thing for me because the first time I saw Simple Plan was for my 15th birthday at the Calgary
Aw.
Stampede. My
Wow.
dad drove me up.
BB.
And this year, I'm going to see Simple Plan at the Calgary Stampede for my 37th birthday.
Damn, welcome to her life.
Literally, welcome. Yeah. But I'm also going to be staying with my lesbian aunt who lives there.
Oh,
Who
nice.
lives, like, she's like one of my best friends. But she is like the most chaotic, undiagnosed, well, no, actually formally diagnosed, but totally untreated ADHD crazy
dear.
lesbian of all time. And I love her. She's
Awesome.
awesome. But oh my god, she is chaos. So that'll be fun. But yeah, she's super chaotic and I love her. And sometimes she drives me crazy.
Bless.
But oh my god, it's so funny actually. When she got diagnosed with ADHD like 2 years ago, but like we been new. Oh my god. But she got formally diagnosed and she said to me, she was like, and my doctor was saying all these things about ADHD and whatnot, but that's just like how I am. And I was like,
yeah, it's the ADHD.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah, I mean, like, on the one hand, there's all these people now who are like, I have ADHD, and it's like, no, it's everyone's attention span is shot by
Yes.
how
Mhm.
our dopamine receptors have been fucking destroyed by like instant, constant gratification. So, like, on one hand, it's like people are way overdiagnosing, but you do know those people who have been like barely functional their entire lives and who have had like wildly reckless behavior and things. You're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
No, you definitely do got it though. Like you got it bad. Like but people are just like, I have ADHD because I forget things sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, that's everyone does.
Normal.
Unless you're forgetting things sometimes. It's really not that deep.
Yeah.
You're normal. Everyone has
didn't you know
destroyed
that it's a sign
attention
of
span thanks to
autism
the
to
internet.
remember everything? I have autism
Stop.
now because I remember good.
I have autism and ADHD, says every woman over the age of 35 who doesn't want to adopt a gender identity today. It's like, can you please just become more interesting instead of talking about how you're neurospicy because you like to crochet on the porch with your husband or whatever? Like, I can't, like, with these people. It's just like a new weird attention grabbing thing when it's like, guys, it's really fine to just be normal. And everyone's attention has been destroyed. Like, there are people who legit, you're like, wow, no, there's something really wrong happening to you chemically in your mind. Like, but like, most people like, you are seriously fine.
Exacerbatory factors. We looked after I guess, well, they're my wife's niece and nephew, but I guess they're my niece and nephew by marriage.
Right.
You know, under 10s kids, we had them for a night, and oh my god, like the amount of like the fact that they can't like just focus on anything. And the mom's got one of them diagnosed with ADHD. And I'm like, do you think that maybe it's not helpful that you always have the television on in your home and that you bought them both iPads and that they just can't like sit with anything? And like, she'll just like excuse any sort of behavior. It's like, well, that's just the ADHD. It's like, okay, but what are you doing to nurture it? What are you doing to support the child with their ADHD? Because we just had we do have a television. And they were like, okay, we want to watch TV. Like, what's the Disney Plus? And I'm like, we don't have that. We have some children's DVDs that we prepared earlier if you'd like to pick one. And there was a big fuss about that. And then they did end up putting one on. And then like 5 minutes later, they were off doing something else. And we're like, okay, well, we're going to turn this off now. And then there was like tears and crying because they couldn't. And it's like, well, you weren't watching that. So we're going to do a different activity. You can either sit down and watch it or we can do something else. And like they just couldn't be like left alone with anything. They'd be like, okay, I'm bored of this now. What's next? What's the next thing? It's like, okay, well, we're going.
Yeah, that's just how they're being raised.
Yeah.
Like that's how everyone is like being constantly catered. Every child is constantly being catered to in that way. So it's like, yeah, you're giving your kid like the attention span of a goldfish.
Yeah.
Like, please.
Like this, yeah, definitely.
They have to be taught to focus. Like, it's not.
Yeah, it's not just gonna.
It doesn't come natural.
It really doesn't. And like, so we took them.
But that's how we became the prime apex predators of the planet, is by fucking focusing in, lock in, bro.
Committing.
You can't just be like, you would be gored to death by the mammoth by now. Like, you got to get it together. Like,
gored to death by a mammoth.
It's endurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are fucking endurance hunters. You have to pay attention. Lock in long term.
Yeah, no.
Come on.
We ended up.
Like I'm saying, like that's what's happening. That's not good for us. Read a book without anything else happening. Shut up. Like,
we ended up having some success. We took them to like a big like all abilities playground. It had like heaps of different stuff, and they did respond really well to just being like, okay, we're gonna play here until you've had enough, like until you're tired. And they fucking wore themselves out. It's just like, and it's like, how often do you go to the park?
Yeah.
We don't get to go to the park. This is a special, exciting treat. It's like, okay, these kids need to go to the park.
You should take these kids to a place with swings.
Yeah,
let's put these kids on some swings.
And they were like excited
it.
About being like pushed on the swings, or that like we were engaging, because like the parents are just always on the fucking phones. I swear to God. So yeah, just being there to be like, yeah, that was a good kick or jump off the swing, or yeah, I saw you go down the slide. Like, it was just that's what they needed.
Yeah, paying some attention.
Yeah. And I think that there's been some discussion about me being a boy, because they were asking me about that when we were driving them to the park. They were like, "So, are you a boy or a girl?" And I was like, well, what do you think? And they're like, I don't know, probably a boy. And I'm like, why do you think that? And they're like, 'cause your hair.
How old are these kids again?
Under 10, but over 5. So that's sort of range.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
kids are dumb.
Yeah, they are. But it's just like, I think it's stuff that mom has been saying as well. 'Cause she's got a big, like the niece, she's like never had her hair cut, whereas the nephew has like a nice short cropped hair, and like the niece, like we were being given instructions of like she needs to have her hair done up nice, and these are the clothes she's allowed to wear to the playground, and like these are the ones she can't, like she's got to look good to go to the playground. She's gonna be the cutest kid at the playground. It's just insane. We just she was sent with 2 dresses, so we just put her in a pair of my basketball shorts and like tied around the waist really tight.
Yeah, I'm glad my sister isn't doing that to her kids. At least she's not doing a great job raising them, in my mean ass lesbian opinion, but like, because they're fucking demons. But she isn't like that with her kid. Like, her kid is allowed to not be decorative and has short hair. And she was saying she wants to cut her hair really short like a boy. My sister was like, yeah, but you say things and then the next day you say the opposite thing. So I'm worried I'm going to cut your hair and you're going to cry about it the next day.
Yeah.
But I don't think so, because my sister's daughter is like a clone of me. It's really creepy. And she acts exactly like I acted as a kid. And she's also in love with my wife, which is like, fucking step off, bitch.
That's so cute.
Fucking step off. Like, she saw my wife and she just got hard eyes. She clung to her and giggled for 3 weeks.
Oh, bless.
And I was like, this is not, she would wake up crying in the night asking for my wife. My wife does not, like, she's not one of those people who's like, oh, hi kids. She's just like, hi. As a kid, like, clings to her. She's like, oh, okay. Like, she's like not a kid person. So, but my niece is clearly in love with her, and I'm like, this is not okay.
That's so cute.
Fucking get her out of here. Get problematic. Come in for. I'm like, you ever leave me for my niece, I will kill you both. Like, no. Yeah. So I'm like, I have a feeling this kid is gonna turn out gay as hell. There's also a lot of lesbians in my family.
Nice.
Just statistically speaking. So
That's so cute.
God, I wish
seems
that
like
were
it's
me.
pretty high chance of happening.
God, I wish that were me.
It's pretty great.
No lesbians in my family. I am the
I'm not gonna complain.
Not even any gay men.
You're
in my
the gay
family.
cousin?
Yeah, I am the gay cousin.
Yeah, I'm the gay cousin as
There's
well.
no gay men. Well,
And then my aunt, obviously.
my father's cousin was gay.
That's it. That's it.
Still nice though. Nice.
Yeah.
Lesbian aunt. Nice. I have a lesbian cousin, but she's much older than me.
Oh, okay.
So she's kind of like almost an aunt, sort of. And then I have another lesbian cousin on the other side of the family who's much younger than me. So I'm like her lesbian
Aw.
aunt. You know what I mean? This kind of sucks that we're so like far apart, the
Yeah.
three of us. But
Sad.
I was
you know.
really
And then in my dad's generation, his
I
cousin
was
was
really
gay.
lucky
So
in that my dad's sister is a lesbian, and she had a long-term partner from the time I was like, I think I was 5 or 6 when they started dating, and they were together for 20 years. But it was really nice because my family is Catholic and religious,
Yeesh.
and
same,
but
but not religious. We're all atheists.
the nice thing is, though they all are believers and they do believe that homosexuality is a sin, but they also do believe that it's up for God to decide and to judge people, not
Right, love the sinner, not the sin, or whatever.
yeah, love the sinner, not the sin. Yeah, but they're not even like, it's not even that. Like, they're completely loving, accepting 100% because, like, thankfully they do believe that God instructs them to love your neighbor.
Right, so that'll be
Like
his business when you get up there,
right.
supposedly. Like, he'll
So
deal with that
they
clerical
don't
stuff.
treat her or me any different. I know what their belief is deep down, but they don't treat or expect or express that belief like in any kind of way. But anyway, so I was very lucky to have my gay aunt to look up to when I grew up. And also, one thing I will say is like, the one difference is my aunts and uncles have not instructed their children to call my aunt's wife aunt, like Auntie Jane or
Oh,
whatever.
yes.
But my parents did. They did tell me and my sister
Aw.
that, you know, Auntie Sally's wife, Auntie Jane, is your aunt in the same way that your uncle's wife is your aunt. And so
Yeah.
we were told to call her, you know, Auntie Jane. And we did. And I was very grateful for that because I know my parents did, like, this was the 90s, so they did struggle
Yeah,
with,
it's
like,
pretty big.
yeah. And
Yeah, I do
so,
not get aunt. I am the only one of the married in partners who does not get the aunt title.
I don't know what because my wife does have two nieces. They're identical twins who are like they just finished high school, whatever. They're gonna go to uni soon. So that's really weird because my side of the family, the kids are like 5 and hers are like 20. It's like really strange. But because my wife's a bit older and she's also kind of like she was an oopsie baby after like they had 2 kids that they thought they were done and then oopsie they had my wife.
Yep, heterosexual moment.
Yep, heterosexual. What's funny because actually her mom had an IUD.
What? So she was male the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah, she was male the whole time, and she had a miracle
Mpreg baby
as a man in 1980, which is really.
So your wife was the
really,
first Mpreg baby,
groundbreaking.
actually.
Exactly. Thank you. No, it's so weird. I don't know if those girls call me anything because they don't speak. They're like the weird identical twins who have their own world with each other and they don't need or want anyone else. Like they don't speak to anyone. They just like when I met.
They should be separated.
I went to their house to meet their.
yeah.
They're very weird. Like my wife was like, I don't think I've ever had a conversation with them. I was like, what? And then I met them. And so I was talking to their parents for like 3 hours. They refused to come out of the room. Their mother forced them to come out and say hello to us. One of them curled up fetal on the ground outside. The other one stood there and was like, you know, being talked to as if she was like in Guantanamo.
Oh my god.
It was like the most ridiculous thing. They really should never be allowed to be with each other.
Yeah, they should be sent to separate boarding schools or something.
It was crazy. After I left, they were like gushing about me because they'll talk in front of their parents. Apparently, they'll talk to their parents and each other, but no one else. They won't talk to my wife, their aunt. They won't talk to anyone else. And they were because like I've lived in Japan 12 years. They're obsessed with Japan and they've been like learning Japanese and all this stuff. So my wife's like, well, maybe they'll talk to you, and they didn't. And I got them all these gifts and they were just like obsessed with the gifts, but they like said so afterwards. I'm like, this is so weird to me because my family won't stop both talking and eating. That's like the things that we do.
I would have been beat for not talking to guests. Like, oh my god.
No, they were just like they're grown. They're grown, like they're 17 or 18 or whatever.
I would have been
so, like,
beat. If it's
so
17, I couldn't greet guests. They'd be like, all right, we're taking you out back.
They are so weird. They're so weird. it's just kind of like, and I thought my wife was exaggerating something, which I'm like, there's no way. And then I was like, oh my God, there is way.
That's
Or like
wild.
that. So they don't call anyone
There is
anything.
way.
They don't talk. Yeah, they don't
That's so
talk.
weird.
So I don't know what they would call me if they had to call me something. But my my niece and nephew call Nicole, you know, auntie or whatever, in Spanish. They refer to her that way.
Tia.
So
Oh, that's nice.
no, they're very confused because her name and my nephew's name are almost the same. So they're very confused when we start saying our names. They're also confused about mine. Like they're just very confused because they're little dumb kids. But
That's cute.
Kids be stupid.
kids be
Yes.
stupid. Like, yeah, they be dumb. But pretty soon, Valentina will be calling her. My niece will be calling my wife like my lover, my girlfriend, my
Oh,
spoon,
no.
my heart and joy. Like she's so obsessed. It's not okay. I'm tired of
Jelly.
pretending it's okay when it's not okay.
That's so funny.
Let it out, queen.
Yeah. Call out post for my 4-year-old. Step off my wife, you bitch.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's literally like 4, but it's really
funny.
crazy how into her she is.
Oh.
And just solidified how she also really wants her hair short because my wife has short hair. So
Cute.
Bless.
So I am gonna go take
Bitch.
this DOG for a WALK.
Nice code. Did she listen anyway? Did her ears prick up?
No, she's sleeping, but if I say it, she'll know.
She'll
So,
wake up, yeah.
Bless.
any last minute anythings? Any updates, Rusty or Nina, or anything?
Nah.
no,
Nah, I'm
not
good.
really.
Nah. Well, there's a new page of Leasebound today, right?
Go read and comment on it. I love reading
Uh-huh.
comments about the story.
Um,
Just a hint. Secret
Fanfic.
fact. Yeah, right.
And
Fanfic.
fanfic.
My God, people
In
are
the,
writing hetero ship fanfics.
Ugh.
Seriously, come on, fandom.
Right?
In the
Me
video
Lesbian
description.
Association. Fanfic.
In the
That
description
too.
box, there's going to be a link to Nana's channel, to Rusty's channel, and Rusty's Leasebound website, so y'all can find them there. Thanks for joining us. And the chat, like tonight, there was at one point there was 75 people viewing.
Sheesh. All the
That's
ladies in the
crazy.
house.
So thanks for joining us, everyone. We so appreciate it. I love seeing all of the names we know and love in the chat, and then some newcomers. There was definitely some new ones this evening, and this morning, wherever you are, and any lurkers lurking. I hope you had a nice time. Feel free to chat next time. Probably will stream again on Tuesday because that is typical. We usually do Tuesday for sure. So we'll see you on Tuesday with probably Existential Gamer. Thanks.
Yeah, the Mean Lesbians will meet probably in a few weeks.
Yep,
as
as
we
we are wont to do.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me, Nina and
Oh my
Rusty.
God, next time we meet, I will be out of my job.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Unemployed.
woman.
Freeloader.
I'll be jobless, baby. Freeloading. I'll be the cringe fail wife.
Okay,
wait.
I'm gonna go WALK this DOG.
DOGY.
And
DOGY.
Doji.
see you all when we see you.
Yeah, everyone, thank you for coming.
Okay,
Please
thank
like
you,
this,
and
leave a comment
bye.
afterwards.
Oh, thanks,
Bye.
Nina. Yeah, leave a comment. That's always